a large operation that runs for quite a few years and spends a lot of money and hasn't been audited, it would seem that on general principles, it's a good idea to go take a look. And I'm speaking now of the General Assembly, which to my knowledge has never been audited. You've been there, so you may know where some skeletons are in that organization. And I'd just like to know, do you think they need to be audited? And if so, why haven't you done it?
Thank you for the question. I would love to audit them. Right now, Pennsylvania law forbids me from auditing them.
You're afraid your budget might be 75 cents.
Well, I believe me, if they want to, I pitch a tent out in front of the office and sleep in it if they cut my budget. Believe me, I'm pretty good at making the case if they cut my budget because we audited them. But no, we actually are not allowed to do it. But having said that, I want to make it clear. I think it needs to be done. There needs to be an independent audit of the Pennsylvania legislature. And by the way, many legislators know this. And if the law were changed, I would do it in literally a half a nanosecond. Is that possible? Half a nanosecond? It might take like...
That would be 500 people a second.
Now there's people here going, how are we going to get the letter written that fast, all that stuff. But I think the point is I would do it immediately.
Thank you. Mr. Sweeney, do you have a question and for which other opponent?
Again, I would have to question your Auditor General. Thank you for having me. And I know it was difficult for you to audit DEP. I'm certain of that. Would you do a follow-up audit on them over the past 4 years since your previous audit and see if your recommendations, again, particularly regarding inspections and hiring inspectors and actions regarding fines and so forth indicate
The answer is yes, absolutely. I've committed that if I'm reelected in my second term, I would not just on the DEP audit, but our other major performance audits, we would go back in and do follow-up performance work, the performance audits to make sure that they followed all the recommendations. Where they didn't, we would obviously want to find out why, and where they did, we would obviously give the appropriate credit to, but the short answer is yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, do you have a question for any of your opponents and which one?
Well, I guess no, actually, I'll cut the Auditor General some slack a little bit. I'll direct my question to Roy overall. Roy, as if you were fortunate enough to become Auditor General, what would be the number one change that you would make in the system to make sure that taxpayers were actually getting the results that were expected from government?
Well, in addition to turning the normal crank and doing normal audits and that sort of thing. Right?
Yeah, open-ended.
Yeah. Well, obviously you have to make sure that we are still doing the traditional audits, but in addition to that, I would try to make more recommendations on how we could save money, even if it requires legislation and isn't just a routine thing. And I think I cited a couple of areas that I thought would be fruitful in that endeavor earlier, and that would be, first of all, get out of the alcohol business completely. You could sell it off and privatize it. There's no reason the government should be involved in that. Anything the government does is not going to be as efficient as it can be in the private sector. And I think education is another big one, and the victimless crime issue. I really think we need to stop making crimes where there are no victims and incarcerating people needlessly.
Thank you. Mr. Pasquale.
Yes, I would like to ask Roy this, although it was going to be, or actually to Jay, I was going to ask either Roy or Jay. John and I are both what are considered major party nominees, so it was, in a sense, easier for us to get on the ballot. I believe we need to find a way to make it easier for all candidates to get on the ballot and then let the voters make a decision. And so, if it's possible, I'd like to maybe hear the one or two things from the non-Republican Democratic candidates that we can all fight for together to make it sure it's easier for everyone to get on the ballot and then let the voters decide.
Thank you so much. It is difficult. There are artificial barriers erected to keep people off the ballot who are not Democrats and Republicans. As I mentioned cycle under a federal court injunction that told the Secretary of State to change the requirements. The requirements in Pennsylvania are very strange and could result in non-Democrats or Republicans having to collect as many as 30 times the number of nominating signatures as Democrats and Republicans. And there have been bills like the Senate Bill 495, which is called the Voters' Choice Act. They have not gotten anywhere in the legislature. Now with the court injunction, the legislature is going to have to do something, and we're scared to death that it's not going to be good. So it's difficult, and perhaps Mr. Sweeney wants to also comment on this.
Well, yeah, my comment would only be, again, to pass the Voters' Choice Act, which would double the playing field, and we need free, fair, and equal elections. Thank you for the question.
Yes, thank you very much, and competition improves everything, even politics, candidates, and
That's right.
We will now move to closing wrap-up statements. As we said earlier, now we're going to go in reverse order. So the candidates have 1 minute to give a closing statement. So,
yeah, I would like to thank the team of women voters and thank the college for the opportunity. I think we've talked about a lot tonight, and I think we've displayed quite a diversity of opinions and perhaps some good ideas. And I would just close by saying that I would love to be conducted through Auditor General because I would be fiercely independent, aggressive about saving taxpayer money, and I would like to go the extra mile and recommend areas where we could actually shrink the government and reduce taxes. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, I would like to thank the League of Women Voters and all the candidates up here tonight. It's been very educational for me. In fact, learned that the General Assembly cannot be audited. That was an interesting discovery for me. But one last thing that I didn't get to talk about in my opening statements that I would like to see addressed, perhaps I can talk to the Auditor General afterwards to see if this is at all possible. But what has come to our attention in the Green Party is there's a problem with online voter registration. I don't know if there's a performance audit that can be done on the Department of State or this particular program. But what has happened is a number of people have tried to register green, and on the online form it comes up as other. You have to register other and then type in the word green. And when they got their registration card back, it said other. So I would like to see that addressed.
Mr. Brown.
Well, thank you. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here. As I said in my opening statement, I think immediately the balance of skills I have from the private sector and public sector, I think really puts me in a position to serve the taxpayers of Pennsylvania well as Auditor General. I said earlier, I believe it's worth a compare and contrast of what I've been able to do in the public sector, results we've been able to produce, and although I said it's not always about the money, at the end of the day, that is what we end up using as a measuring card to find out how well we're performing, and those dollars do make a difference in the end. My background is business overall. The current Auditor General's background, he's a lawyer by education overall, and when you're talking about $30 billion, it's an executive role, and I think the skill sets you need to actually do the job well. The job he's doing is, I believe, limited because he's been in Harrisburg for a long time, and like any institution, if you become institutionalized, you can't even see what you're missing because you've been there so long, and I think it's time to change that, and I'm the person to do that.
Thank you to the League, thank you to Northampton County Community College. I really appreciate everyone taking the time out of your schedule to be here for each of the candidates for this spirited discussion. I'm proud of my record as your Auditor General, finding tens of millions of dollars in wasteful spending. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not just about the money. It's finding ways to make sure that every single rape kid is tested, making sure that every single child abuse call is answered so that we protect our children, make sure the Department of Health appropriately regulates our nursing homes, and making sure every single available dollar goes into the classroom. I am proud of that record because it's a record that is leading to improvements every single day. I have always been an agent of change, and I always will be. That is my record, and if I'm reelected, I promise you every single day of my next 4 years, I will fight every bit as hard as I've done these last 4 years to look out for every single Pennsylvanian. Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask Ms. McCarty to come up. She's from the State League. Just give some.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank PCN for your broadcasting of tonight's show and remind people that this show will be rebroadcast at 9:30 tonight. Then, on behalf of the League of Women Voters of Pennsylvania, I would like to extend my gratitude and appreciation for all 4 candidates for putting yourself out there and being willing to expose yourself to the questions and each other's comments. We thank you for your willingness to participate. And then we also thank Northampton County League of Women Voters for organizing this event this evening. Also, we want to thank Northampton County Community College, and an even bigger thank you to you, the audience, for being willing to be here, to listen, question, and to give up of your time to help all of us put together democracy at work. Thank you so much.